Hi everyone, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with part 3 of my October book haul. I've only got 3 books to show you, so it's a mini haul and it'll be a quick one. So without much further ado, I'll dive in. The first book I was sent for review and I was sent it by Book Publicity Services. I shall pop their Instagram information down below. This is a poetry collection, like I say, called Surviving Home, and this is by Katerina Canyon. I just love the cover. I don't know why, but it gives me winter vibes. I can't explain that. Starlight sky. Yeah, winter vibes. There's not so much a synopsis other than reviews of other people who have read either this collection of poetry or other poetry by the writer. So I'll dive in and read that for you. Katerina Canyon's poems offer intimate accounts of home as the locus of danger, and homeland as a state of oppression. They are at once urgent and mysterious, full of ocean depths and surging currents. Far from nostalgia, home inspires in this poet a vigilance, keeping watch on herself and others. Her very language is charged with the alert intelligence that offers a means of survival and metaphors that transform pain into poetry. And that's a review by someone called Devon Johnson, who is the author of Mosses and Lichens. Katerina Canyon's poems dive into history, unafraid to explore the complexity of home and family and knowledge. The sea is filled with bones. This powerful, engaging collection, where we see the billowing skirt of sunset, asks again and again, how do we get past our pasts? Smart, poignant, compassionate, Canyon's poems remind us that strength happens despite one's childhood and one's country. They exclaim, we can choose whether we are stuck in darkness or in light. And that's a review from someone called Kelly Russell Agodon, author of Dialogues with Rising Tides. In lush language and startling images, Katerina Canyon unveils a story in blood and bone of a speaker who survives domestic cycles of addiction and abuse, terrors handed down from the plantation through generations of her kin. Like the phoenix, the speaker dares to draw near destruction, to name our violent histories in order to claim a survivor's eternal understanding of how to love, how to mother, and how to teach the world that we cannot be bound, we are free, we are infinite. And that's a review from Katie Didden, author of The Glacier's Wake. I cannot wait to read this. This sounds so lovely. It sounds really quite intriguing, and I just cannot wait for it to go from here into here. Yeah, so there we go. So the next one, I absolutely had to get this. My husband and I are currently listening to this on audiobook, and it is Windswept and Interesting, my autobiography by Billy Connolly. Now Billy Connolly, or in Scotland, the Big Yin, is a comedian and an actor, and he's just hilariously funny and is such a Scottish institution. And we're really enjoying the audiobook version of this, but I couldn't not have the physical copy, so yeah. I shall read you the inside. The funny, frank and full autobiography of the nation's favourite comedian. It's the first time I've done this. Other people have written about me, or for me, but this time it's just my own life in my own words. In his first full-length autobiography, comedy legend and national treasure Billy Connolly reveals the truth behind his windswept and interesting life. Born in a tenement flat in Glasgow in 1942, orphaned by the age of 4, and a survivor of appalling abuse at the hands of his own family, Billy's life is a remarkable story of success against all the odds. Billy found his escape first as an apprentice welder in the shipyards of the River Clyde. Later he became a folk musician, a rambling man, with a genuine talent for playing the banjo. But it was his ability to spin stories, tell jokes and hold an audience in the palm of his hand that truly set him apart. As a young comedian, Billy broke all the rules. He was fearless and outspoken, willing to call out hypocrisy wherever he saw it. But his stand-up was full of warmth, humility and silliness too. His startling, hairy, glam rock stage appearance, wearing leotards, scissor suits and banana boots, only added to his appeal. It was an appearance on Michael Parkinson's chat show in 1975, and one outrageous story in particular that catapulted Billy from cult hero to national star. TV shows, documentaries, international fame and award-winning Hollywood movies followed. Billy's pitch-perfect stand-up comedy kept coming too, for over 50 years in fact, until a double diagnosis of cancer and Parkinson's disease brought his remarkable live performances to an end. Since then, he has continued making TV shows, creating extraordinary drawings and writing. Windswept and interesting is Billy's story in his own words. It is joyfully funny, stuffed full of hard-earned wisdom, as well as countless digressions on fishing, farting, and the joys of dancing naked. It is an unforgettable, life-affirming story of a true comedy legend. And yeah, like I say, Duncan and I are currently listening to this on audiobook, and we are loving it. It's so funny. It's read by Billy himself, and just full of wit and warmth, and just lovely. And I'm so enjoying it, and I couldn't not have the physical copy. So yeah. And the third one that I'm showing you in this haul, Duncan and I have already read this via audiobook. And we have met the author at a recent event that was organised via Topping and Company, our favourite bookshop in St Andrews. And this woman was just delightful, an absolutely beautiful soul. And it is This Much Is True by Miriam Margolyes. This is Miriam Margolyes' memoir of her early life, through to her acting career, through to the present day, and all the ups and downs in between. And it's brutally honest, it's risque, and it's all the good stuff, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. The audiobook is also read by Miriam herself, and it's just she holds no punches. Is that the right turn of phrase? Yeah, I think it is. But she's so brutally honest, she's so witty, she's so clever, she's so hilariously funny, and I highly recommend this. But I shall read you what it's about. I have no secrets. I decided very early on in life that the strongest position was to be completely open. BAFTA winning actor, voice of everything from Monkey to the Cadbury's Caramel Bunny, creator of a myriad of unforgettable characters from Lady Whiteadder to Professor Sprout, Miriam Margolyes is the nation's favourite and cheekiest treasure. Now at the age of 80, she has finally decided to tell her life story, and it's well worth the wait. Find out how being conceived during an air raid gave her curly hair, what pranks led to Miriam being known as the naughtiest girl ever to be educated at Oxford High School, how as a teenager she ended up posing nude for Augustus John, what she did when Warren Beatty asked, "Do you," sweary word, spelt with an F and rhyming with duck, and much, much more. This memoir takes you on an extraordinary adventure through a truly independent mind and life, with a cast list stretching from Martin Scorsese to Barbara Streisand, a cross-dressing Leonardo DiCaprio to an incomprehensible Isaiah Berlin. This Much Is True is as clever and self-critical, as warm and honest, as full of life and surprises as its wonderful author. And also, it is signed and dedicated to Duncan and myself. We absolutely adored listening to this book. We loved meeting Miriam herself in St Andrews just recently, and I cannot wait to reread this again in its physical form. I always feel that if you listen to an audiobook, it's still reading, but you take different things from an audiobook and a physical copy of a book. It's two different mediums, but the same, if that makes sense. But yeah, you take different things from both, and I cannot wait to read this after listening and to read this after listening. But yeah, that is my part 3 of my October book haul. Thank you so much for watching. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye bye.